For pictures in a museum, you can go ahead and use the auto mode. However, for more control over camera functions, I recommend using the program mode instead. You'll have to force the flash off, you'll need to set the ISO, and as always, you'll need to set an appropriate white balance. To set the camera to the auto mode, make sure the mode dial is set to the red auto icon. With the auto mode set, you want to make sure the flash is turned off. You can't use the flash in a museum, so press the flash button right here, or the right navigation button, and then use the up or down navigation button to set forced flash off. Then press set. With the flash turned off, you're ready to go. Simply compose the image the way you want it in the frame. Press the shutter button halfway to lock focus. Once the focusing point is locked, press the shutter button the rest of the way to take the picture. With the auto mode, everything is automated for you, including white balance, which means this shot may come out a little bit yellowish because normally museums do use incandescent lights. To better control the camera's white balance, so your picture's color is a little bit more accurate, I recommend using the program mode instead. To set the program mode, turn the mode dial to P. Like the auto mode, the program mode sets the exposure for you. However, you can control things like white balance and ISO. Again, the first thing we need to do is make absolutely sure the flash is turned off. Press the flash button and use the up or down navigation buttons to choose forced flash off. Then press set. Now, because we're not using the flash and we're dependent on the ambient light, we'll need to increase the ISO, because more often than not, museums have very low lighting. Press the quick menu button right down here to access the camera's quick menu. Then use the right or left navigation buttons to choose the ISO function. Now you want to increase the ISO to something like 800. You can test to make sure the ISO is properly set by pressing the shutter button halfway, and we'll get to that in a second. First, let's go ahead and set the white balance. Again, use the left navigation button to select the white balance function. And because with most museums, the light source is incandescent, I'll choose incandescent right down here, and then press set. Now with the flash turned off and the white balance properly set, I'm ready to test whether the ISO is also properly set. Press the shutter button halfway. This will lock the camera's exposure and show you what the shutter speed is set to. Currently in my lighting condition, my shutter speed is 1/25 of a second, and that's plenty fast to handhold. You just need to make sure this is faster than 1/15 of a second. If it's too fast, like mine is right now, the ISO is too high, and you can lower the ISO in order to improve image quality. So I'll go ahead and do that. Press the quick menu, move over to ISO, go up to ISO 400, then press set. Press the shutter button halfway again. Now I'm at 1/80th of a second, and this is fine. Now, just as with every picture, place the focusing brackets over the subject, press the shutter button halfway to lock focus. Then recompose the image if you need to, and then press the shutter button the rest of the way to take the shot.